All right, let's begin. We got another donation here from HXC. They say, hello, I love to watch you play this homebrew. The idea is to get rid of cards that can deal with Ensnaring Bridge and hide behind it. WinCon is milling opponents with extract effects and Sands of Delirium, but most of the time, it's just a salty concede after the lock. Hope you enjoy. Let me know if you think the deck is viable and what you changed to make it better. Thanks for all your content, and thanks for the kids. Well, thank you for the donation. Let's take a look at this list. All right. If your strategy is to essentially mill out an opponent, oh boy. So what do we got here? We got bridges. One thing that immediately kind of comes to mind is we can mill out, but combo decks might have their way with us. We do have Grief, Inquisition, and Thoughtseize. So theoretically, we'll be able to handle that. I also think that one thing I see that's missing maybe is a Field of Ruin. You don't mention about... you just ask what would change to make it better. So I think Field of Ruin just before we play might be good because Tron, and then you can extirpate or surgical one of those pieces. But we'll see. I'm going to try it how it is. It's always good to just play the list and then see, hey, is the Tron matchup really that bad or not? We'll see. We'll see. Can we get a prediction for this league? Then I'll forget to redeem the prediction. I don't set those up. Let's get it kicked off. This one's going to be a little, well, I say it's going to be a little bit long. We'll see. People might get, like they said, salty. Thank you so much for the donation, helping us get towards kids. We're $580 at the end, so $140 away from 10,000 lifetime from the community. So thank you for being a part of that. Well, let's get it going. Let's lock some people out. Black Prison, more in the prison category than the coffers category, although it has coffers. Notably, it was kind of hard to find the coffers. And then we've had a lot of luck with Sundering Titan, but we do have the Stone Brain in here, so we'll get to that card if we do find the card and go pick up the card. Let's go ahead and F6 here. We don't have a surgical, and let's get things underway. 0-0, my opponent's 0-0 as well. Hoping my opponent doesn't lead with a Ragavan here. Search for tomorrow. All right, well, we got combo right away. Let's see how this goes. Let's Inquisition. We're going to need to get rid of Scapeshift, Primeval Titan, probably Wish as well. All right. I have something in my eye. One moment. There we go. I guess I just take Wrenn and 6 here. I don't want them to continuously get lands. I could have marched the Wrenn and 6, but then I'm just taking a Wish, and the Wish is just going to be taken by the Thoughtseize if I miss here. All right, Cinderglade. Search for Tomorrow is coming off. Let's go ahead and Thoughtseize. At least the Wish is something I can pick up. Lightning Bolt. Don't care about that. We'll take the Wish. And in draw phase, we will extirpate the Wish, because then I only have to get the win conditions. This is going to be interesting because trying to target and go after stuff that my opponent's doing is going to be, it's going to be interesting. I can already tell you a field would be kind of nice to like hit the stomping ground and then extirpate that. It's kind of interesting. I wonder if I Takenuma discard and try to find... They have blue mana. Maybe I shouldn't have waited for the... Well, this is split second. All right, so what do we care about in this list? We care about... Oh... Dryad's a little bit of a pain. Valakut, Primeval Titan, Scapeshift. We have a lot of pieces we've got to get through, but maybe we can mill them out. We currently have 1 mountain, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-ish mountains. So Dryad is actually kind of important for them. Okay, gosh, we got a lot of things. When this enters the battlefield, each opponent sacrifices 3 creatures. At the beginning of the upkeep, put target creature card from graveyard onto the battlefield. So it's not even enough to just get rid of a Primeval Titan. We have to, like, get rid of this too. Oh boy. Oh boy, we got our work cut out for us. Yeah, it's a main board extirpate. What does this do? Make a food token. Okay. Drawing some lands. Not too keen on that. This is a great, though, example of that combo where Bridge will do some stuff against, like, a Titan. But we'll see. They had a Boseiju as well. Okay, there's nothing in the graveyard I care about at this point. I have to, like, march a Titan and then extirpate it. I think I would prefer the Dryad at this point. If they play the Dryad, I can march the Dryad, then extirpate it. They did not have... I didn't see creativity. I don't think I saw creativity. There was no big section of red cards. I have no way to kill that. Okay. All right, so discard this. We're gonna mill some to see if I find, like, Karn. So Spells Guide. I'm just, like, reading this card to make sure it's not, like, continuously sacrificing stuff. No, it doesn't. There's nothing in the graveyard, and I have an extirpate to keep the graveyard in check. My opponent could get 2 removals and get rid of the lightning bolt. They make another food token with a cabin. I'm pretty sure it's Misty and lightning bolt in their hand right now. I'm drawing all lands. That's not very good. Not that Damnation is any good, but Necromentia could have been really a nice draw. I mean, I like what this list is doing. We're going to just see if it all comes together here. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Talk about the ramp. Ramp power. Okay. Grief's actually okay for us. They will more than likely lightning bolt. But I can redirect to the Spellskite. That'll keep our grief alive. And then it's just Misty, right? It's a stomping ground. All right. So, like, do I care about the Tribe Elder coming back every time? I can't, because I have to be more worried about a Dryad or a Titan at this point. They're trying it out. It's a new card, right? You gotta try these things out. I respect it. Oh gosh, it's double Steve. You know what's better than one Steve? It's 2 Steves. You want to know why? You can put that stomping ground to play, opponent. I know about it. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked. I'm sitting here like, oh yeah. And then I'll march one of them. No, I need to march like Titan. Or Dryad. Oh. Man, that was a bad play. All right. I don't want them to have grief. In fact, I don't want to have grief. Let's get rid of the Griefs. We're going to win by lockdown. That's what's going to happen this game. We don't need to attack. Yeah, it wasn't a good idea. This card we need to big brain it some. All right, Karn. Oh, coffers. All right, I can make a ton of mana. What I'm going to do with that? Nothing. Nothing right now. Close this one. I guess I want Sadistic Sacrament as a top deck. I'll gain so much life. Doesn't really get anything. I mean, I guess they get the Misty and they do that. I'll let that happen. That's fine. I'm more worried about. There is no Sundering Titan in the sideboard. That would be nice to have. This is the list. Gingerbread Captain making them foods. It's kind of an interesting list because you don't want to be running Leyline of the Void. We're trying to do a Mega Sands of Delirium. That's the goal. I'm going to hold both of these marches. If Renin 6 gets close to 7, I'll blast Renin 6, but otherwise, I'm going to blast every creature that shows up to this game. But if I can get Karn down, I can get Sands of Delirium and start popping off. That's the goal. So we got to find Karn. We have 4 of them. We just got to find them. I believe they're holding that Stomping Ground. Oh, that's disappointing. Could redirect to Spellskite. They're just going to pick it up, though. I guess in response to this, I can redirect to Spellskite here and hit Renin 6. Let's chunk Renin 6 for 1 million here. And then, do I redirect this? I kind of want to redirect it. Because if I do get that Sands, we want to blast them real fast. So let's just, we get to look at our list really quick. We want this card. That's what we want. If we can draw this or Necromantia, I think we could potentially win this game. Now they have Spellskite. I don't care if they have Spellskite. That card I don't care about. I care about drawing Karn here and winning the game, because I think we could. We're very close to, at least. Although milling them with Portal, I got to be correct on my timing. All right, F6. Also, Spellskite gives us a target for our march that can't be sacrificed, because right now they get the Tribe Elders. Have a Spellskite opponent. Jam. Look at that Spellskite. Abandoned us. Valakut shows up. We have four mountains. Opponent's attacking. We still have Stomping Ground. I think they're holding that in case I get like a Liliana or something. Karn. Pass. I can't quite blast Titan and Surgical because of the Spellskite. They had 2 mountains. They have a Misty here. 5. This portal is weird. Although Castle Lochthwain would be a good card. Now that we're like struggling to draw. So Castle Lochlane's a good inclusion. So let's get that potentially in the list in the future. For you, what is it? HXC or Spaz, I think. Spaz. We'll just call you Spaz. So as we go, we'll name things that we think would benefit us. Here comes Titan. Or is it Scape Shift? Okay. Allow this to happen. They have one Stomping Ground in hand. This resolves. Their deck is cooler than ours? I don't know about that. We are dead? Nah, we're going to gain a lot with this March. I don't think we're dead here. They do a lot, but not enough to kill me, I don't think. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20, 21, 24, and then I have to just heal 9 here. So let them stack them. I get to march the spell skite here. I don't know if I leave one up to like hit escape shift here or not. I probably would do that on their turn. They're out of basic mountains. All right, so all this happens. Just go completely nuclear on our spell skite here. Holding on to the surgical. Yeah, we're gaining 17. So, ta-da. Okay. Confident it's just a Stomping Ground in their hand. So they have 9 damage in their hand. We're up to 41. How does Sands work? It's just mill X, right? Yeah, mill X. I believe they already did a land drop, but I could be wrong. If they haven't, then they got us with the land drop out of their hand. Oh, they had a land drop still. All right. Cool. All right. We generally have, I think, what we want. We just didn't find Karn this time. A lot of what's in our sideboard were good. I think Damnation could be brought in. We already have 2 Damnations. I think we're actually okay. I think I'm just gonna go. We know what we're playing. Maybe Bridge is bad here. Like 1 extra Damnation. Let's do that. Shape Anew and Portal. I mean, it kind of won him that game. All right. Keep this. Thoughtseize. I hope they don't have too many Veils. I kind of want to just kind of do this. All right. We got an Explore. There's a Shape Anew. We have a Wish. We have all kinds of weird things here. I guess I take the Ren in 6. That's some nasty stuff. It's funny because Sadistic Sacrament can't hit the Valakut. Well, it could, but the Valakut's going to be in play already. They play 3+1 sideboard. So if you could get rid of all of those, it'd be pretty good. Okay. Not going to rush anything out here. We do have a Cabal Coffers now, and we might kicker this. Could I kicker this? That'd be kind of fun. Grief and then work to kicker and steal 13 cards. Opponent finds a basic forest. Gets to play Gingerbread Captain behind this, which means Shape Anew is... Oh no, that didn't make a thing. When it enters untapped, 3 or more forests. Okay, we're not afraid of that. Oh, everything's coming together now. Now we have Karn. That was a lightning bolt, though. What do I do? Do I Karn here? Okay, search for tomorrow. Mountain. Alpine Moon. It's very good. Name's Cabal Coffers here, I assume. Let's explore was cast. Okay. I guess I grieve? Cast Grief here, and then we'll see about Sacrament at some point. We have a Prime Time, a Shape Anew, a Bolt. I want to be able to Karn down tick and get Torp Orb and or get a Liquid Metal Coating. I think I want to take this Bolt. Kind of risk it. Risk Primeval Titan showing up in 2 turns. They can wish for Valakut and then just need a top deck land. What's interesting is this only searches library. It doesn't search actual hand. So like casting this, I could get rid of the other wishes. So they do cast wish. It's probably getting Valakut, and they do. All right. I have decided a line. We're going to play Karn, get Bridge, and then with Bridge out, I'm going to hopefully be able to then play Sadistic. I don't know if I do this immediately or not, but the idea I have is I could get rid of anything that would get rid of Bridge. Beseiju comes to mind. All right, looks like my opponent missed the land drop, so we didn't get Titaned. They do have a land now. I don't know if that's like Liquid Metal Coating territory or what. Now we can Necromentia to take a peek at what's going on over there. Let's do that. This is a forest. They don't have enough forest just yet. Let's try this line. Primeval Titan. This will give them a zombie, if I'm not mistaken. They had 2 in their hand. Wow. Okay. So what can get rid of Ensnaring Bridge? We have Beseiju. So it's just Beseiju. Oh, Shape Anew could too. Yeah, you're right. Shape Anew could target. Okay. Problem is now I have 2 zombies to deal with instead of just 1. Thought I was only gonna have 1. I mean, they have just Besages, and then they can scape shift me. That's true. It would just shape anew into another bridge. Probably. I almost want to just try the sands. Yeah, shape is to get their portal, but I have a bridge that I can play here. I'm going to play our bridge and uptick to create a blocker, which exposes bridge briefly, but knowing that they only have shape anew here. I'd rather keep Karn for an extra turn and then like see what we can do on a double down tick. All right, opponent gets a breeding pool. Opponent's going top deck here. They have the shape anew. Let's see what happens. I'm not sure what the line is. They have 6 mana. They can't kill me by scape shift at the moment. True. True. If they top deck Dryad, that would have been rough for us. They do not attack. All right, we have an open turn here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I could try this Stone Brain. It's kind of fun. Can I do Stone Brain and Sadistic? Maybe that's the line here. Yeah, it just hits more cards, which is kind of what I was trying to do. I mean, I could also Ratchet Bomb up 1 and then like blow him out with a Sadistic. I kind of like that line. I want to go big here. I want to try to go big here. So let's get the Ratchet Bomb. Gonna play the Ratchet Bomb. We're gonna put that up to 1. And I feel like I'm just gonna Damnation here to keep the hand clear. And we'll see if getting rid of the Alpine Moon and then blasting him with a huge Sadistic gets them to concede. And this doesn't put me like fully in on Karn in case they top deck a Lightning Bolt. I don't know, a lot of things could go wrong here. I mean, I feel like we're giving them a turn regardless of whatever happens here. There's a Dryad. All right, so we were going to lose Karn. We don't lose Bridge just yet. The problem being that they have a Dryad now. Active Dryad. But the Sadistic can, like, remove a lot of problem cards for us. Maybe I just remove lands. Can I do that? All right, land drop. Kill Alpine Moon. Make the manas. And kick it. Target player. Can I take lands? 13 cards. 15, up to 15 cards. What can I do here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I can take all but like 3 lands. What if I take all but 3 lands and I make sure I take the Valakuts? Then they could wish. Like, all right, Boseju's going. That's 1 card. Valakut probably is fine. I think I'm just going to take the lands. And let's take all the mountains first. Make sure the fetch lands can't grab stuff like Ginger Cabin. Okay. It's an island in here. Then I give them 4 Misty Rainforests to find. Or they can shape anew. I know Wish could go get something. Maybe I should take some of these wishes. There's a wish in the graveyard. I'm going to leave the wish there so that I could grab it with a... So you're saying I should maybe get rid of some of these wishes? I leave them with more lands? But I guess I can get 2 wishes here. Oh, I got 1. Uh-oh. Well, there's a basic island in there, some Misty Rainforests, and 1 wish. There was no confirmation on that card, so I didn't get to pick 15 and then go, yeah, that looks good. I just clicked and whoosh, off we went. All right, my opponent's going to find out that they have an island still if they want it. All right. Well, all right. I get to get rid of the wish like we just talked about. Good surgical. All right. And now my opponent has an island, 4 Misties, some scape shifts too. I need to kill this Dryad. All right, they go get that island, hit me for 6. Oh, what a weird game. If I top deck a March, it might be good. Yeah, I gotta dodge the scape shit. I gotta dodge a lot of things still. There's a lot of combo pieces that I don't know. I don't know what's the best thing to get rid of. Yeah, the Necroing 15 lands is just kind of like, well, that was cool. Oh gosh, now I can go after more things. So now I can go after... Renin 6 is kind of a problem. There's only 1 land down there. Oh, I can go after Misty. You're right. Misty Rainforest. Give me them. Give me the... Oh, there's a lightning bolt over there. Okay, my opponent can find the Renin 6s for a Wooded Foothills. Or... That's it. So I need 1 more removal for Wooded or a removal for Renin 6. We need a whole pen and paper and everything to figure this out. What do I want to steal from you, opponent? They're like, wait, half my library's over here. What's going on? No, don't have anything broken. No, Renin 6, get that out of here. That's garbage. Oh my gosh, they top decked the Renin 6. I need a surgical or extirpate now. Oh my gosh. And no, they have the bolt. They have the bolt. They have the bolt. Onward we go. We thinned the library. That's what we did. All right. Combo is going to be hard. We're going to have to see how this goes. Field of Ruin or Ghost Quarter, mainly a Field of Ruin, would be pretty good because if you do get to like remove all their lands, you can turn a Field of Ruin into a Stone Rain. That would be kind of hilarious. Throw Crucible in the sideboard, Stone Rain them every turn. Woo! That's another lock piece. Okay. All right. 1 game under our belt. Let's see if we can run into something not so combo. Oh no. Oh no. Is this Yawgmoth? This is gonna be all combo. And we're gonna conclude for Spaz Then if your meta is combo, don't play. It's all good. All right. Opponent thought seizes. I can't imagine I grieve here. I'm gonna pass. I can't imagine I grieve. No, it's not hoping to. I made an evaluation when we started that we assumed it would be bad or have trouble against combo. It has nothing to do with what's going on right now. It's kind of feeling like maybe rock now. 2 Inquisitions is a little odd for Yawgmoth. Takes March. They're just us. They're just taking everything. Oh, Spellskite go. What are the good matchups? Matchups where bridge is going to be valuable. Archon, that was talked about when you were here at the very beginning. You sleeping over there? You sleeping, buddy? All right, Fatal pushes Spellskite. Opponent plays a Beseiju. Follows this up with what? Witherbloom. Endurance. Oh, great. Turn to Forest to hand. They have a Forest and an unknown card. Watching the Knicks get destroyed. All right, Endurance is kind of a tough one for us to see because we have the whole surgical kind of plan going on. That was not what they picked up, so this is the random card. Liliana of the Veil. All right, we got a 4 on Liliana. Opponent's out of cards. I'm almost out of cards. March before Grief would be good here, I suppose. Well, double Grief is something. Because they'll down tick with Liliana probably. Opponent's hand is empty. What's up, D20? Hand is gone. I assume they're going to just down tick here. Overgrown Tomb tapped. Down tick, goodbye Grief. We're going to be in top deck mode against this person. Is that a good place to be? Oh. Karn is a little bit more tempting. I'm going to play the other Grief here and just threaten the Liliana. The Veil is in the background. The Veil's right there. That's the whole point. It's haunting her. All right, land drop. You can give up Lily. Gives up Lily. All right. So we got Karn. It's weird because I probably uptick this Karn because my opponent has so much discard. I could downtick for something like Liquid Metal Coating. And then what I can do is try the Sands plan. Let's see what happens. Thoughtseize? Oh, 2 mana. Reconsiders. Tarmogoyf. All right, well, I have a way to kill that. Kill it, and I could surgical it. I wonder what I'm worried about. Could also go get a bridge. Bridge doesn't seem terrible in this matchup. Besage is here, but not in the graveyard. We have 2 lilies in the graveyard already. All right. Gotta go get Bridge. Bridge seems like a good, solid play. And then draw step, surgical. We could hit that Thoughtseize. There's 2 lilies down in the graveyard. I don't want to go after a lily. Maybe I go after endurance. My strategy is a little bit to mill them. So maybe if I wanted endurance, I don't go for draw step surgical there. Oh gosh, do you have endurance? Oh no, they abrupt decay. Oh no, it's all falling apart. All right, 2 endurances. Let's see what's going on here. A bunch of Tarmogoyfs, Reclaimer, Urza Saga, Turox. They have a 4 of Lily, Bajuka, Nile, Witherbloom, Dothy. Yeah, it's just rock. Okay. Should be fun. Should be fun. Good top deck from our opponent. Yeah, it's a Saga deck. Reclaimer. It does its thing. Just rock. Let's blow up Goyf here. If I hold that for 1 turn, you know it's going away. Yeah, so I'm thinking we need a couple utility lands. Dodge the Thoughtseize, sort of. Utility lands are going to be the improvement here. Let's do a draw step. We'll extirpate the Tarmogoyf. That thing will kill us very quickly. That thing will kill us very quickly. It is a good threat to get rid of. Okay. What'd you draw? Elvish Reclaimer. Okay, that wasn't in the graveyard. Can play that, I assume. Okay. Let's go ahead and march right now. We don't want this to turn into a saga. So observation as we're going, because I think that's important. We're very reactive. Very reactive. Like the idea is to get rid of quite a few cards at the beginning, but we're reacting to literally everything. And if we don't have the right cards at the right time, we're going to be toast. Need another removal, for example, here. All right, we have a Thoughtseize, which is now a blank. Yeah, the ability to loot some cards away or the ability to draw looks like it's a necessary thing here. Got a Lily. It's a good top deck. They get a Thoughtseize, which is fairly useless at this point in the game. Land drop. It's going to go away from Liliana. Pass turn, pass turn, pass turn. So I guess a Karn here wouldn't be bad, but I can't immediately put Bridge down. Otherwise, I would castle. There we go. There's castle. So I think this point, my opponent's probably going to win this game. They'll just have the card advantage. Yeah, I think they're just going to have the card advantage. Any creatures I use to try to get in Voidwalker's way is going to be a no-go. Opponent draws, doesn't care about their life points at this point. End step. We can take a look at what that card is. It's a land, pass turn. Upticks on a land, getting attacked for 3. Liliana might split our lands here. They probably go up one more time and then split the lands. Dead draw. You need 2 black. Oh, we have Urborg. We have the Urborg. I was like, they don't have Urborg. We have it. It's right here. Now, Spellbombs, redraw. They have a lot of ways to get rid of graveyards as well, which is kind of awkward, being that we try to extirpate in Surgical Extraction. What's up, Slayerfall? Another dead draw. If they split with Liliana, we'll concede this game and go to the next game. Not going to be beating a Liliana, I don't think, after a split here. Not with them drawing here, drawing for their turn. Maze Mind Tome could be an option in the list. Especially since it's exiles and we kind of like to recycle exiling cards. I know we have that Brainstone card and people were pretty high about this. We'll see if we can get it to work. I'm not as high in the sky as many other people about it. My opponent's also just using Liliana to control my hand. They're waiting for us to remove something. And they know I play Damnation, so they just don't have to play creatures. We're pretty dead to an Urza's Saga if they ever find that as well. That will be an Urza's Saga next turn. Damnation, bust. I've already shown them a bridge once, right? Yeah. We'll play it. This just becomes separate bridge and lands. I have to keep the bridge. There they go. All right, we'll concede to this. I'm going to draw about 3 lands or whatever. Yeah. Because if I keep the lands, I draw Necromentia and they kill me in 2 swings. If I keep the bridge, I draw 3 cards and then they kill me. No lands. All right, Damnations can come in for this matchup. I'm going to get rid of an Extirpate and a Surgical. I think we're a little bit overkill on those just generally. And we'll go with that. One other thing this list is kind of missing, although we have the marches, you don't have like Fatal Pushes or Bloodchief's Thirst. Some of those initial things that are going to get you kind of to the next stage, right? You got to get past the aggro stuff, and mid-range is going to be probably okay, although we're kind of seeing we're struggling a little bit with it. I want to be discarding stuff. Don't want to react here. Mulligan. Oh gosh, now we're getting all the lands. Going to 3 cards. I'll keep 3. We're going to get rid of. We're gonna top deck. Their Thoughtseizes are blanks now. There was a lot of cards that just didn't work very well there. We need to be discarding our opponent. They might have Veil too. Time to Black Prison up with Death Clouds. That's not good. All right, we were hoping for Thoughtseize Inquisition, like 2 lands. We didn't really find that scenario. We did find a bunch of Thoughtseizes and Cabal Coffers, but that just doesn't work together. Elvish Reclaimer is going to chill here. They're going to go get Urza's Saga. We're going to have to beat that. Ooh, can I do this before you decide to search, please? Please don't search. I want to. Ooh. 9. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I mean, I think that's right with the Elvish Reclaimer. Oh man, we're toast. Oh man. Oh man. Oh. Yeah. Well, if they overcommit here and I top deck a Damnation, we have something, right? They still got a zombie out of this. It's kind of like funny. Opponent goes and gets a Verdant Catacombs with their Elvish Reclaimer. Fetches here a main phase. This gives them black. They can put their Boseiju in, and now they're good to play whatever. Probably Liliana, get rid of our Cabal Coffers. Damnation or Bridge, yeah. Considering my opponent did play the Boseiju. Attack for 3. Problem is that if I get a Bridge, then they have an active Liliana that's just going to do the same thing that happened in game 1. All right, I needed the land before the Damnation because Lily's going to take it. All right, we'll chalk this one up to some bad variance there. Yeah, they can just flood the board. You're good to go. Oh my gosh, Torok. 3 and then 6. So I go to 14. Oh, yeah, discard. You got it. Opponent's holding on to the Endurance because they know we have the Surgicals and Extirpate strategies. Gonna fight the good fight, chat. We're gonna fight the good fight. All right, I'm gonna do that now. I'm really worried about a Veil. I would hate to try to march and they just Veil me there. Obviously, there's like this nice Liliana uptick. Play it, get benefit there. So my opponent found an Overgrown Tomb. I'm gonna just jam the Endurance. I need land into Damnation or we lose. Honestly, they probably just cycle their graveyard. Oh, they just don't do any. That works too. I could see Liliana just separating these as well. I mean, like if I get a top deck land, then they just separate into 2/2 and swing for lethal in 2 turns. Let's see what they do. Separate them. Separate them. There you go. All right. Conceded that. We have 2 lands. We're drawing a Damnation. They got us in 2. All right, let's keep going. We're gonna get one. I can feel it. I can feel it. We got to fight for this one. Donation for the kids. We're gonna get that W somewhere in here. Biggest thing we're running into is that if you can't get the cards to the graveyard, like we don't have mill strategy in here. We have a Sands of Delirium, but you have to get to about 4 mana. You're not ramping in any capacity. And then Sands of Delirium, you can use that and then like start, picking off. But at that point, you're already on turn 4 or 5. Unless you Thoughtseize or Inquisition that key cards initially, your Surgicals and Extirpates are probably not hitting too much. There is a world where they'll fetch and you could like hit a fetch land and kind of mess them up. But I don't think it's enough of a stumble that it would make it so that you can get to the strategy that you're trying to incur here. That's a valid Archon. Lots of modern decks need that quicker clock, need to finish the game, need to be able to push pressure. This one is very reactive. We're gonna see if we can get it done, but I'm even Red Prison, like to make a parallel, I'm not playing much Red Prison right now because strictly Spellskite protecting Bridge is so fragile. You can check out some of our latest Red Prison decks, and I'm sure that I've said it somewhere a couple of times throughout the video. While Spellskite and Bridge is nice, you play one bridge and you're just on the edge. You're constantly on the edge. And I think we have something similar going on here. We don't have a Dothy Voidwalker. We don't have a Turok. We don't have something attacking. We attack their hand, and that's great. And then the question is, and then what? All right, we got 2 discard spells. We have a cure. Okay, we've got some time here. Opponent's not going to play anything for a little bit. Although they're probably, what, like Living End or something like that? I guess you can't play Living End with this Kiruga. All right, we're going to find out what they're doing, though. I guess I should Thoughtseize? 3 or greater. I guess I just Inquisition. Grab a 3-drop, hopefully. Okay. Oh, snap. Snap me in half, chat. We need a surgical stat. Surgical stat. Surgical. Now I need the surgical. I mean, I Thoughtseize, right? We just grab another one. So they can't do it back to back? All right. Well, this might be a fast game. Funny enough, we have the pieces for this matchup. I assume this is Calibrated Blast number 1. They're at 15, I'm at 18. Blast me. Look at this, sweet. This is at instant speed, right? Yeah. Surgical, Necromentia. Sure, I'll show him Bridge. Bridge doesn't matter. Flashback on these is 5 mana. I've got 1 more turn to find the answer. They find 12 off Draco. Sokenzen could, like, hurt me, too. Like, we're not out of the woods here. If they top deck a land, maybe they'll play this into play. Yes. All right. Surgical Extirpate. We have 8 of them. Let's go. Necromentia. Let's go. What is this garbage? All right. We can Karn downtick and get a Tormod's Crypt. I believe we have one of those. Come on. We can do this. We have a Tormod's, right? Oh my gosh, we don't have a Tormod's. We don't have a Tormod's. How's this work? Guess I'll get a Liquid Metal Coating and hope I have 1 more turn. Oh, I thought I had the Tormod's. I was like, ooh, we got it. We're good. Dang it. Okay. It's all good. Make sure this actually happens. Maybe it hits like a Ragavan or something weird. Nope. Hits the worm. Okay. I don't really have anything for this. So we're going to hit submit. Spellskite is interesting. Can it Calibrated Blast redirect to their card? Calibrated Blast. To any target. All right, so Spellskite's not bad. Yeah, this list doesn't have a graveyard hate piece. That kind of makes sense because you're trying to surgical and extirpate cards. So that's just something to note, but it's not bad to go after the graveyard sometimes. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see how it happens. They cast it once and then I blast them. This is it, right? This is the line. This is it. And I got the damnation if they put a Draco into play. This is the win right here. Come on. Let's do it. So this is like the super combo that we're probably okay against. Although my opponent is not playing Magic. You got this, opponent. Play that land. There you go. Pass turn. Ooh, they shocked in. Okay. We have the damnation for that. Ooh. Well, I'm probably not casting that anytime soon. So let's go ahead and cast this and go grab 3 cards here. What do we got? We only have 4 calibrated blasts. I'm trying to decide, do I just grab the other Dracos here? I think I do. Oh no, we have throws of chaos that can... This cascades. This cascades into calibrated blast. So I just take the 3 Dracos here, because I think everything else is more or less not castable. Then I can damnation and I can surgical away. I don't think I'm worried about the calibrated blast right now. Maybe I should be. Because I can 16. I can get 16 or whatever. Maybe I am just dead. So damnation. Maybe the sacrament should have hit something else, because the damnation plus the surgical on Scion would have been enough. Maybe. All right, we have a lot of mana again. A lot of mana. This card's kind of useless. What do they hit? They hit for 15. I'm just going to extirpate this now. I'm at 1. The question is, can they beat me at 1? They very well could. They just have to hit Sokensen. So if we get an opportunity to name a card, it's going to be Sokensen. I think that is the only card I'm worried about now. No, I'm worried about Sunscorched. Draco's been removed from the game. Sunscorched Desert and Sokensen are my worry cards. This is rough. Well, hopefully they don't top tuck those cards. Oh, they can kill me with the companion. Oh, crap. I could get killed by the companion. Maybe they'll play the companion. I'll find my March. Yeah, March or Karn and Stonebrain would have worked too. I mean, I guess I could be hitting some of these lands. Just Thoughtseize it away. Heck yeah. The companions. I didn't even think about the... Oh. I'm just dumpstering this. Even if we could Thoughtseize it away, I had to get the Scorch. So I had to get the Calibrated Bat. I mean, maybe I mull to Necromentia there. I have 3 of them. All right, we got a hand. We got to get a W. Even if it's a game win, not a match win. Let's go. Thoughtseize away. What are we playing against this time? Oh my gosh, it's Rack. All right, we'll take your Inquisition. This is gonna be interesting. Oh boy. I guess I can name rack pieces. Guess I can name some rack pieces. All right, land. Let's go ahead and Thoughtseize again. I feel like I have to get rid of like Liliana here. We'll worry about Infernal Tutor later. I think it's just going to be the Affliction plus the Rack. I think that's just what they're doing. They're doing just the normal things. What would I want to name here? What do I want to name? I feel like I can just name the rack or something like that. Then we can get some more information. I'm thinking about Urza's Saga potentially too. I'm gonna go with the rack. I think Urza's Saga I could probably handle. All right, opponent's got some Swamps, Infernal Tutor, Funeral, Grief, Liliana, Turok, Raven's Crimes in here. They don't have Urza's Saga. They have Flunk. Wow. Yeah, there's no Urza's Saga in here. There you go. Would have been a blank. No, it's not the same guy. The guy had Saga. Yeah, perhaps a budget version or something like that. Swamp played for our opponent. Maybe boot up Factory. We can't hit it this turn, but we'll hit it next turn with a March. It's not a bad draw. Although hitting our Karn is difficult. I will say that. Let's go ahead and yield till here. Yield until beginning of our opponent's combat step. Land drop, so they have one more land in Infernal Tutor. I mean, I guess they just take one of the marches. I could have gotten a little more if I was quick enough on the fingers there. Could have gotten an extra 2 health. We'll see if that matters. We'll see if that matters. Shrieking Affliction's doing its thing. It's a grief. Actually like just playing this grief. We get rid of the Infernal Tutor. Nice. 2 swamps. We are going to take a little bit of damage from the affliction. That's okay. Plays one of those swamps. And has a Turok to follow this up with. I tried to hold on to the Abandoned Mire so the Shrieking Affliction wouldn't hurt us so much, being that my opponent only had swamps. 3-2 versus 3-2 here. I don't know if I can attack or not. Perhaps I attack if I get like another March here. I don't have Fatal Push. Bridge is okay, but now I have to hold cards because they're rack. All right, yield the Shrieking Affliction. Extirpate. I'm going to sit back to defend. Taking an additional 3, 4, 5 here is not a good idea. One plays their swamp. Is a Lily. Well, we could have hit that. Kind of stuck in trying to like keep enough cards in my hand. Take 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we can concede this game. Drawing an Urborg. Damnations potentially come in here. Gonna take a surgical and extirpate out as well. We have so we're many games in. We have too many of these effects and not enough enablers, and we don't have enough, like, if they get a creature on the battlefield, we don't have bridge, they're just gonna smack us. They're just gonna smack us. Let's keep this going. We're gonna take the last little bit of the video for YouTube and for the Extra Life. We're gonna rebuild some components of this to what I think might help smooth it out a little bit more. I think we remain or try to honor the surgical extirpate idea, but we may attack it in a different way. It's so funny. I look at this hand. So let's just talk briefly about it. I look at this hand and I go, this is great. I got 2 Necromentias. And I don't see how this gets us to the win. Do I grief to extirpate like a Thoughtseize or Inquisition and then draw to Necromentia Liliana? Like maybe that's the play, but now I'm down so many cards and I'm playing top deck again. But I don't have much else. Like I don't want to mull much against rack, and I mean it's a Thoughtseize type effect. Let's play it. But I think that should be clear. Like, I don't see the line to victory here. It's not like, okay, I'm going to really disrupt them. I got a removal in case they get something under my Thoughtseize. And then we'll, you know, go from there. Because I'm not, like, keeping this grief alive either. Oh my gosh, they have a million surgicals. I'm going to remove the Inquisition here. And get rid of it totally. And then I'm going to hopefully draw the land I need to Necromentia the Liliana. That is my hope. It's strictly hope. And they'll know that this is exactly what I'm doing. Can you imagine if I waited there and they, like, I waited on that grief, they Inquisition my Necromentia, and then they surgical the Necromentia to get the other one? That would have been awful. That would have been awful. All right, my opponent forgets to take the grief out of the graveyard. That's okay. Maybe they'll surgical it again. One surgical down, one swamp down. Like I said, we're hoping for... That's the thing. I'm going to Necromentia Liliana, then I have to remove the... I'd have to remove the creature it makes. All right, this will work. Oh my gosh, they have 2 Lilianas. I'll take one in case I Inquisition or Thoughtseize off the top. You can't remove a Karn off of the Inquisition, but perhaps. And now we have Rack. Land. I need a land. If my opponent gets the land first, we're toast. We're toast. Give me the land. Okay. I can take a draw step extirpate to get rid of the Liliana. In case they draw the other one. Make them draw it, and so it's just discards at this point. They drew the other one. It's a blank draw. We got him. We got him. All right. So they have some surgicals. Now I need to what with Necromentia? We got the Inquisition. All right, we'll play this. We'll play on a knife's edge here for a little bit against the Rack. We gotta establish something here. They find the land. It's a good land for them. They have a surgical they're just playing with right now. Okay, pass turn. Straight to draw step. Rack does nothing here. We have an Inquisition. I suppose I can fire this off. I'm just going to hold it, though. It's probably not hitting anything. My opponent's not playing much here. There's a grief. That's fine. They got rid of a Shrieking Affliction. So my opponent's got a surgical. They're going to, so maybe I Inquisition the surgical there, because now they're going to surgical the Karn. Bummer. Bit of a bummer there, but now they don't have a grief. They have a castle. Lose Karn. Now how am I winning? What's up, Harold? I guess I just have to get my own grief, or no? Did they take that? Yeah, they took my griefs. They took the Karns. Now I'm gonna take Turok from them, or their griefs. Maybe I should, no, they have a grief in the yard. Let's take like Turok from them, because they can cast that right now. What else do we got here? So you have Grief, Mishra's Factory, Rack. Grief, Mishra's Factory, Rack. Rack I can deal with because I can hold enough cards. Mishra's Factory can at least block some of those. I got something. All right, Thoughtseize away. Inquisition, got it. At 16. Just Gonna pass. So I guess a Coffers and a Sadistic would get me probably the ability to get rid of the rest of the problematic cards. Not much to do here. I'm just going to have 6. Doesn't matter where Spellskite goes. They have Castle active now. Question is, how often are they going to activate it? March is an okay card. We can hit our Spellskite for 3 without harming ourselves too much. I feel like they took our 2 win conditions. What are we going to do? Another Castle. Rack does nothing. Damnation's a blank. Pass turn. I'll wait one more turn here before playing Urborg, so we have at least a couple cards in our hand. Opponent uses Castle. Yeah, I have no way, I think, to come back here. Wait 37 turns? Yeah, probably. Hardcast Grief. I guess I will gain some life here. Gonna hold on to the Damnations because I don't want to lose both of them here. Looks like Rack is going to do a little bit of damage to us. My opponent could probably hold lands at this point and get us with a Raven's Crime if they find that card. I'm going to pass even though we have the Thoughtseize here. I don't want to take 2 and then Rack. I'll do it next turn if I need to. Their Grief was a good card for them to play. Yeah. They evoked because they used a cat. They didn't evoke. I killed it. I don't think they evoked it. I thought I killed it. Well, I'm going to block Mishra's Factory here. I'm not taking 2. You silly opponent. Flunks. All right. Problem is I don't have anything here. I actually will just die to Mishra's Factory. I do not. Well, I have marches, I guess. I was about to say I don't have instant speed, but I have very few. No, I won't be playing Mono Green Devotion. Oh crap! They found a Raven Crime. Oh, now we're toast. Now we're toast. Raven's Crime. They can just draw. They can attack. Opponent's got it all going on here. They took our Grief. They took our Karn. We're going to match 5. Looking for a win. $33 more turns. Hold the line. I'll try. I'll try. Uses Castle. I mean, discard spells are looking pretty good now, too. They are at 12. If I had a nice burn up top, it'd be good. Oh, don't grief me. Racks. Oh, gosh. Grief Cake, Damnation. Attack with Factory. I only have 2 cards. Racks here. I guess I need March off the top, but I have to kill the Factory. I'm taking 2, 10, minus another 2, 8. Three, 4, 5. Hope they don't draw a land. If they draw a land, they Ravens Crime me. Now we're dead, now we're dead, now we're dead. So we have explored this idea before. We didn't go too much further into it because kind of what we're seeing here. Okay, bridge would have been nice, but then the rack and, you know. You're seeing kind of what happens. We like the homebrew. The idea is great, and I love Sadistic Sacrament. I think this card's really cool, but if it grabbed 4 cards for 3 mana, I think it'd be more valuable because you could grab a playset. When people are playing a playset, you grab 3 and you're like, yeah, but you still got that one. And we saw that a bit in the Scape Shift list with that Valakut. I had the wishes, and we almost got there. Just too many graveyard pieces with no way to dump more than a single card at a time. No way to dump more than a single card at the time without going excessively against your hand. We're going to give it a match 5 here. We're going to try to see if I can get a win. And then we'll look at a few options and we'll wrap up the night because we got activities tomorrow that we're planning. But Spaz, I do appreciate the donation. I apologize for not the greatest of showings, but I think we've got. We're gonna adjust. I'm not gonna say that the adjustment's going to improve the list vastly, but when we do adjust, I think it'll smooth out a couple of the problems that we had. Archon. Decibel Point. Wrench Mine's definitely an interesting idea. I think we're trying to avoid playing a rack alternative here. We're trying to do, you know, trying to use the Necromentias and things like that. I'm going to mulligan the 1-lander. We don't have a graveyard hate piece here. Okay, we can keep this, get rid of the Urborg. We don't need 2 of those. This is kind of just typical looking coffers list. This could be a fatal push or something like that. Gotta play Karn and see what we can do. Hopefully they're okay. Maybe they're that Boomshine list. We'll see. Soul Guide Lantern, Chromatic Star. Play a land. Let's thought seize and see what's going on, opponent. What are you doing over there? What are you doing? Ah. Yes. Thopter Foundry. Alright. Sadistic actually on turn 3 here after a Thoughtseize gets the remaining part of the play set here. I wonder if they have a way to grab the Thopter out of the yard. They usually do with like a Goblin Engineer. Where do you think they put this Pithy Needle? Do they even try? Do they even try? Opponent cycling. I mean, they will when they see Karn, so maybe we have to make Karn. Wow, okay. Don't have Cauldra, please. We were in a good spot. I mean, I guess Karn uptick Cauldra is a thing, but please don't have Cauldra. Just go get your the sword, the meek sword. Ugh. Pithy Needle. Well, this is in the dark. All right, they name Expedition Map. We got them. Let's go ahead and do the Sacrament. And we can kind of see what else is going on here. There's a fair number of weird things happening with this list. Calder's going to chunk us for 1. Karn downtick for a bridge might be the play. Let's see what we got. Got some Teferis. We have bindings. What is this? Tap an untapped token artifact you control, add green. Exile the top card of your library. You may play it if you tap 2 non-tokens. Urza. Man, we're doing everything in this list. Shadow Spear. So Teferi and Leyline of Binding would kind of wreck our Karn. There's a Saga cheese. I almost want to just give them the Thopter Foundry and take like Teferi and a Ley Line of Binding to minimize the amount of that. Maybe even there's 3 Ley Line of Binding, because then I can put a Pithy Needle on Teferi. But I probably can't, because I'm probably going to be playing Bridge. I could take the Meek. Yeah. All right, I'm down for that. We'll just deal with the bindings if we find them. I mean, we're almost priced into just Karn, downtick, Bridge, and Pray, right? A little bit of praying there. And after I show them Karn, they're going to know to use that next time on the Pithy Needle, which is going to make game 2 and potentially game 3 really hard. I think they played the Temple Garden too. All right, I got to go for this. Karn, downtick. I could uptick the Cauldron and then it's off, but they'll get enough mana, right? They'll eventually get enough. Let's grab the Bridge and pass turn. Can't play it yet. I'll have plenty of mana to do the Inquisition if I like. So Spellskite's okay, but we got lots of bindings. A Necromentia wouldn't be bad, because with the Necromentia I could name Leyline a binding. And then they're kind of running out of ways to get around this. Cauldron comes in at Karn, no doubt. Stoneforge probably at us. 12-13, no Karn in play. And hope they don't top deck binding before I have a way to remove it. Okay. Cycles a Lounge. Plays an Esper Sentinel. Temple Garden. I should be able to pay for the Esper Sentinel. I have plenty of mana here. They shock in. Gonna cycle a Soul Guide Lantern. Oh, that's not a bad draw. I almost want to just blow up the world here. Take my 5 this turn. I kind of don't hate it. I'm taking 2 if I play Bridge. I'm taking 5 if I play Damnation here. Maybe Damnation should be saved for like Urza or something. But this way I'll have more mana available because Esper Sentinel's not there. I mean, it all hinges on Bridge. We know this. Will Bridge stay? Okay. March is not bad to see here. Let's go ahead and just take a peek. Let's make sure they don't have the Ley Line of Binding yet. They don't. So I think we'll just play March or Bridge and pass. I'm going to try to use Cabal Coffers and get a nice big March to gain some life back. All right, F6 is looking for a Necromentia. Let's get this Ley Line of Binding out of their deck here. Maybe they'll concede in Agony. Another Saga. Plenty of mana to activate these. I didn't see many 1-drops I was too worried about, or 0-drops. There's the Thopter Foundry. No Meek. We stole that. Okay. Okay. Can I use Brainstone here? Can we use Brainstone? Or, yeah, Stone Brain? Whatever, Brainstone? Whatever the card is. Oh my gosh. It only took till match 5, but we got something here. What are you doing, opponent? Yeah. They're making Thopters because they're thinking they're going to attack. We're not probably gonna let that happen. Let's get the stone brain. Play the stone brain. Activate. Click. Ley line of binding. Oop. It's ley line binding, right? Yeah. For some reason, I always say of. All right, get rid of these cards. Before I click the last one, this friend, Ren and 6 could ping us a bunch, and that looks like that's it. Okay, so Ren and 6 is the problem. Have I clicked all these? Oh gosh, please make sure I click all these. This one doesn't just snap off. We'll empty our hand here. This is so they can't attack, because then we can go get Brainstone again. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Can we get it? I mean, I just named Ren and 6, right? Oh, did they have Pithy Needle? No, they already used Pithy Needle. Spell Bomb. Can't activate. We took Teferi. Here's this card. I don't think they're as obnoxious as you think they may be. I'll be very honest. I think it's cool. Maybe it's definitely an include for some activity with Karn. I don't think it's going to be as oppressive as people think. Karn goes down to 3 and can be removed fairly easily. And I think that should be noted, that it's you know, I don't think it's as oppressive as people think it'll be. Maybe it will, but I have a gut feeling it's not going to be as bad. All right. How much mana do I make here? Do I just sands them? That'd be fun. I kind of want to sands them. I think you do Stone Brain, but I'm going to sands them because this is what Spaz was trying to get working, and we're gonna do it. I'm gonna make it happen. We're gonna get the combo. I'm getting you, opponent. Get milled for 8. We could have done the loop, but we're gonna get this one in. We're getting the W this way. There's 2. Oh no, that's 1 Ren and 6, not 2. Okay. They have a couple looks here, but I think our Sands of Delirium is safe here for a nice big coffers next turn, and get a win. We gotta get that win. All these artifacts are not activatable. Stone Forge. They're using the ability to find new cards off the top. We gotta win. There we go. So it can be done. Very difficult, though. Very difficult. Okay. I kind of want an extra damnation or 2. Let's grab an extra damnation or 2. I mean, I don't feel like I need this many of these cards. I'm going to take 1 and 1 out. Bam. We love to see it. What's up, Diamonds? How you doing? Where's your new emote? I'm going to have to sub to you in December. I want that fancy emote. All right, let's see if we can get a full match win. That's asking a lot, but hey, going 1-4, I'll take it. Ooh, all right, we got a hand. Let's keep this. A little clean up. This is what I'm talking about. Disruptive, clean up, big mana, big spell. Oh no, what is this gonna hit? All right, we have no answer for this Pithy Needle. Karn is down. Karn is down. We gotta win the old-fashioned way now. All right, 1 Teferi down. Look at that rhino. Look at that rhino. Maybe I should just bring in, like, the stone brain. I'm going to try to hardcast Grieve. Rather have a threat that sticks. Extirpate. They only had one other Teferi. They had 2 Teferis. Let's hold Extirpate. I kind of want, like, a way to get rid of that ley line of binding rather than just, like, then jam Grief right into this. That'll do. That'll do. Necromentia. The ley line of binding? I'm going to take the binding. They have a Brazen Borrower. That's nasty. All right. What did my opponent bring in? We have Brazen Borrower, Teferi, all the Thopters, Stoneforge package still, Saga, Prismatic Ending. Gosh, we have a lot of things that kill Bridge now. Oh my gosh, I'm going to die in 30,000 ways. All right. I'm not going to take that Teferi. It's not worth it. And we can Damnation the board when they play the Brazen Borrower here. Opponent's not patient. One less threat to worry about. All right, so we're in Damnation followed by Grief territory, it looks like. Guess I shouldn't auto-yield because I do have an Extirpate. Extirpate. Oh, we're getting close to doing something here. Let's Damnation the board. If I can get Sadistic to be used. Wow. That's the other Brazen Borrower. You got it. If I can get an Urborg here, Sadistic could probably wipe out the rest of the threats. And then I can march whatever's in play. Renin 6 is fine. It's not great, but it's fine. 15 to 12. We have a good march, though. Play a Grief. I don't think there's a reason to hit the Renin 6 here. With the march. I'm probably going to march the Brazen Borrower. And I don't really want to do Sadistic here because I'm not really sure what 3 cards I would take. I'd almost rather them just have kind of blanks. Saga's a good one. Saga and Renin 6 could be a problem here. But when the Saga goes to the graveyard, I can extirpate that. Another Coffers. Are we getting there? Gonna pass the turn. This is gonna come down to this Grief attacking and the Saga token not being there. I'm wondering how greedy I can get with this march. That's annoying. Okay. I mean, they don't bounce Grief here, right? Wow. I don't know if I would have done that. Land drop. Gotta make a token. Okay. Urborg one time here. Let me just have the battlefield. Come on, Urborg. Ooh. Start with a Thoughtseize. They have a Bolt. Dovin Veto. That's the only other Teferi. What if I march this Teferi? Get rid of the Grief. Keep these two. Cast. Done. And play the bridge here. Now I'm at 7. I have a bridge in play. Renin 6 is still a problem, but they don't have like a petty theft off of the Renin 6 right now. And if I hit that Urborg here, sadistic to get rid of anything that beats me, we might be looking at literally Renin 6 pinging me to death. Urza Saga, they might goof up and get. They might make another dude. They might go get like a Shadow Spear, and so the bridge will prevent the attack. Okay, they make another dude. All right, we have the bindings out of here. There's still some stuff that gets this bridge. We're looking for an Urborg. If we could find an Urborg, whew, if we could find it. Renin 6 up to 7. I couldn't extirpate the Urza Saga because I think we've decided this is our life here. Makes white here, although I've taken all the bindings. Maybe should make green or something else. No attacks. Swamp. What does this give me? Does this give me enough here? I need 10. All right. You may draw a card. I'm going to look at everything you got. 15 cards. What can kill me here? All right. This, no. Sentinels. Theoretically, they could attack me. Okay. Prismatic Ending will end me. You know what's funny is I don't know what's in their hand. Sagas, no. Sword, no. I mean, at this point, it's just like small stuff, right? 9 more. Renin 6. Just take the Thopter Foundries here. Just anything that makes little people. Take a Dovin Veto too, sure. Okay, so I took some cards. If we had another sadistic, we could probably win that way. Take the Sagas? I don't care about the Sagas. They might have Prismatic Ending 4 in the hand. We're going to find out right here. I thought I only saw 3. Remember, Pending looked like it was from the sideboard. All right, they picked up a land. So a march off the top would help me get rid of this Renin 6, which I think is their only other win condition. Okay, they play this card, which lets them like look at the top cards a lot. So Thopter Foundry. Okay. My opponent can like combo Meek right now. That's okay though. Scalding Tarn. Tax for 1. Can I get a march here to clear the Renin 6? That is not clearing the Renin 6. That's actually terrible. I could extirpate myself. I need to buy time, right? Let's take our Thoughtseize. It's a garbage card for me to pick up anyway. Make it less garbage for me to pick these up. Cool. All right, we're looking for these. That's what I want. I want one of those three. That's what we need. All right. Or I need blue mana, or I need a blue mana and and a dream, right? Where are they drawing? I don't know. Maybe I guess I should have let them draw. Habit. All right. Sentinels are win con. Let them play all the Sentinels. Oh, here, have a card. Have a card. I mean, in a way it is, because I think it's just down ticks with Ren and 6. So it's I guess it is technically 6 turns away, right? Karn doesn't win because I have a Pithy Needle on Karn. Karn just sits there and twiddles its thumbs. Sentinel draw is actually not a May. Whenever an opponent casts their first non-creature spell each turn, draw a card unless that player plays. It's an unless, but it's an actual. You gotta draw it. Nice. We got Karn. Play Karn. Pass turn. I'm doing it. I'm letting them draw. My opponent emblemed. So now they have an infinite amount of Dovin vetoes. So there's that. But because Ren and 6 went down for 7, now they have to go up and down to ping me. Make them draw. This could be it. 12 turns. Up, downs, up, downs. Yeah, they didn't down tick. We might have it. Woo! What could happen here? Did we get them like weirdly locked out? I'm afraid. I don't think there was anything else. Veto stops March, but Ren and 6 is at 2. I make them just draw. I don't think we missed anything. Are we getting a W? Are we going 1-4? Necromentia. You may draw a card. In fact, draw a land. Yeah! The frustration! We got it! All right, we got a 1-4. We stole everything that Thopter could possibly get us with, and we got a win. Spaz, hopefully you stay till the end. I think Spaz will, because they donated. They'll check, watch each match. That's the one you go home from F&M and you're like, this is what I did to this opponent. And I think you're only going to do that very rarely. So we've got this list. It's trying to do these surgicals and extirpates, and we definitely did see it there. We got to see how it all kind of came together. We stole enough threats, and we ended up winning the game. But you have to get to that late game in order to do that. So we're going to talk really briefly about what I would add or adjust. So, and I'm sure chat, feel free to chime in and ideas and stuff like that. But I think let's go ahead and talk about a couple options here. I think you want some utility in your lands. I'm going to just use Castle and Field of Ruin as an example. And while we have a bunch of swamps, we can definitely cut a couple swamps there and bring something like Castle, Field, maybe a Bajuka Bog for some of that graveyard hate. We don't have any in the sideboard. We need to be sure we have that graveyard hate. While we do have the surgical and extirpate plan, I really, really firmly believe you're going to cut this down. I'm going to just kind of hide them over there. Whoop. And I think you're going to do about 4. 4 at most. I would actually encourage another Necromentia if you wanted to go this Necromentia route. I would encourage that, or stay with 3 and do the Sadistic, because that's kind of a cool card with coffers. So I like that. I don't mind the Spellskite too much, maybe a second. This brain card, the Stone Brain, I actually think if you want to try it, bring it main board. Bring it main board, right? Have one here, have one here. I would do that. And the reason I would do that is I think this goes along with your game plan. This is your like Necromancia number 3, number 4. Do something like that. I don't mind a couple Maze Mind Tomes as well. I don't own Maze Mind Tomes, but if you do, Maze Mind. Come here, Maze Mind. I'd play maybe a couple of these. Now, these don't go very well with Bridge, but I think we saw in a few instances that we just want that discard, that way to interact with our opponents. Break the Ice, I would cut this completely. Break the Ice does not, in my opinion, ever get it done. It just doesn't. I'm going to throw out another option here. Torment of Hailfire, I think should be considered. And I'm going to go show Liliana's really quick. Since we're in this kind of interesting world that you've got going on here, I'm going to give you the Liliana that I played initially with Coffers. I think that should be something to consider as well. And then I'm not going to recommend Fatal Push necessarily, but I think you need something kind of early on. And that's why the Surgical Extirpate maybe just completely comes out here to give you some of that room. So you can do this like hard Necromancia, still lock them out, play your Sands of Delirium, play your Stone Brains and stuff, and try to lock them that way. Lean heavier into perhaps the Karn if you're going to do this bridge. Plenty of decks are going after the bridges. They're going to have lots of answers for them. You have to be a little bit more reactive and a little more proactive in building your mana base and strategy so that you can get there. Otherwise, you're going to struggle. I don't know if the originalist had 22 lands. If it did, it does. I would potentially entertain bumping this up as well to a 4th Coffers and maybe a 3rd Orborg or something like that as well. This deck could use a top end for the Coffers. Like, why Coffers? Yeah. So we are struggling to see what is Coffers doing here other than the description from the donation said Sands of Delirium is your top end. This is why I've tucked a Torment of Hailfire potentially, but I would also entertain the ability to do like a Sundering Titan. You know, Sundering Titan, or if you don't want to go strictly black and do straight Coffers and do this strategy, but you want to add a bit of a mill package to it, you could play Demir Mill. You can play those crabs. Those would gum up the board so that creatures can't attack. That milling will play into your surgicals and your extirpates. And that, coupled with Brainstone and Karn, maybe can get you something going on. I actually don't like Grief much in this. I'd almost cut Grief and like start working with a little bit in this direction. Let me go ahead. I'm going to cut those completely. You're looking at, hide those. Let's grab these. And I know this pulls it away from that extirpate surgical. So you may have, you know, maybe have some pair of these in the sideboard or something like that. But it's tough to say, but I think let's do Void Mirror. Torp Orb's good. You're going to do the Brainstone. We have Liquid Metal Coating. I like a Sundering Titan. I know you're trying to save behind this. I don't think Welding Jar is going to save you. Pithing, Ratchet Bomb is probably okay, but I almost would rather something else. I don't know what. Probably some Graveyard Hate or Relic or something like that. It's a pretty typical Karn package. But here we are. We're at 57 cards. We have 13 sideboard cards. That gives you a little bit of room. You can play those Expedition maps. You can play a couple more Maze Mind Tomes. I would definitely get maybe 2 more lands minimum here in the categories and kind of play this. I'd look at those other Planeswalkers and a couple other strategies than just your straight Inquisition into Surgical, a threat, and so on and so forth. Because when you think about it, Inquisition, a threat, is going to Inquisition something at the beginning of the game. Surgical, and Extirpate are looking to take something that is endgame. It definitely can come in and it will be good in the certain scenarios that it does catch something. But if you have too much of this discard that you're seeing at the front, unless you're playing like a rack or something, you're going to top deck these Thoughtseizes and Inquisitions. And it's just going to be like, oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted something that fetched a utility land. I wanted something that drew me a card. I wanted something that progressed the game state for me. By sitting there and just top decking some discards, you're going to get stuck. You're going to get these games that aren't going to happen. Occasionally, you're going to get that big coffers for Sadistic, Torment, or Sands. You're going to go, that was fun. I don't think that's going to consistently happen as often as you want it to. That's your desire, is to play those cards and have that happen. That's my 2 cents. I know it's a lot of ideas. We played the list. We made it happen, but it was very difficult to get all the pieces together. And the list kind of mulliganed a little bit weak. A lot of decks that are homebrews and or lists you put together. A lot of lands. They are land light. I'd always encourage a couple more lands unless you know exactly what you're doing, exactly what you're trying to hit. That's my 2 cents. Let's see what chat's saying. Coffers does a 1 of Sadistic Sacrament. Yep. Think you want some amount of Dothy. Yep, Dothy or Torok could be an approach to this, especially with all the discard. Now that does not synergize with your Extirpate Surgical Desire, but it would synergize with Necromentia. Because Necromentia, you're just trying to steal it out of the hand. You're just taking it. And then Dothy and all that would give you your Graveyard Hate, which are sort of lacking because you're trying to compensate with having Extirpate and Surgical as some of your pieces. If you consider Dimir, shouldn't you ask what you want to do that Dimir Mill does not? All you're doing is potentially getting more control than Dimir Mill. So Dimir Mill is going to try to mill everything out. This has like an end game mill plan, like a backup. But what this list is trying to do is probably more control than mill as in a burn. So mill tries to do 60 to 0. This would try to go, I'm going to mill you a little bit, and the side effect of milling you, I get to see what you're doing, and I can then decide a good Necromentia, a good Extirpate, or a good Surgical. And so if you wanted to keep those Surgicals and Extirpates, that incidental mill that ends up happening can catch things that are not in hand. Right now, this list is like, I'll steal it from your hand, and then I do it. So you're almost like 2-for-1ing yourself to get a card. And that's just Modern's too quick, Modern's too efficient for that to matter. If you take 2 cards for my 1 card, yeah, you got rid of stuff, but now I'm not going to draw that card. That like minimizes some of the variance of my list as well. And most lists will have more than 1 win condition. We're actually a little bit close to just 1 win condition with just the Karn. And so that would be probably, if there was one thing to suggest, it would be get a second win condition in here. Get something else. Playing bridge and waiting for your opponent to concede. It may happen a little bit more at FNMs, or it may happen a little more locally because, you know, folks just want to move on. On Magic Online, people are pretty grindy and pretty spiky, and so they'll play it out because every game is worth, you know, cash, basically. You paid to get in and stuff like that. Profane Tutor is a good one. Ways to kind of search and look through your list. I would encourage some consistency in that fashion. So a few more lands, a little bit of drawing action or things to do in between turns because you have just this Thoughtseize Inquisition, a couple interaction pieces, and then adjust your sideboard. It's a lot, but I think we owed that. We played the list. It's fun when it happens. I like it, but little on the less consistent side. But good luck with it, Spaz. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. And yeah, we're going to call it. We'll stop the YouTube and let us know what you think, Spaz. Let us know what you think. Hopefully you enjoyed the league.